What's up guys, this is building the Jedi Temple in Lego part 17. I get heaps of progress done in this episode and I think that this is probably my favourite episode that I've done as well. So make sure you stick around to the very end because I've also got a question that I've asked for you guys. But in this episode, I get the balcony done. So make sure you watch the video to see that. But anyway, let's get into it. So just quickly, I have used up the rest of my 2x2 light grey plates and I've just done this little area here, but I've run out now, so I'll have to do another order to fill in all of these black sections. But what I want to do now is I'm going to have to remove some of these tan plates here because I want to attach this here. This will be like pretty much the base of the semicircle part of the balcony, and then I will be doing the bricks all around it to make it look good, but I'm going to somehow try to figure out how to attach this to that. So this is what I've come up with so far. It's actually probably a bit more sturdy than it looks. Like obviously it is not very strong, but it's not too bad. But I definitely think I will have to be redoing some of this. I need to figure out how to tile all the way up to this curved wall. So I'm thinking I might need to have some sort of wedges coming out of the side of this curve to sort of make it all look good, but this is definitely not the final design. I also don't like how this just goes straight for the curve. I want it to sort of come out straight a bit more first, but I'll keep messing around with this and hopefully I can come up with something that works better than this. So I've got a lot of progress to show you guys. As you can see, a lot has been done, but first off, what I did is I pretty much completed all the plating on the balcony here. So plates go all around now and I think that looks really, really cool. So pretty much next step is I want to tile off this entire balcony and all of this area as well, but I don't have any light grey tiles at the moment, but I actually ordered 950 2x2 light grey tiles, so that will be more than enough to complete this off. I also ordered a few 1x2s and also 1x1 light grey tiles, so that should be good to get all the little corners and stuff on the balcony. But pretty much I had an issue with on the balcony here. So because this is round, but obviously Lego is square, I couldn't get a nice finish to the very end of this. Like there would always be little gaps. So I've just gone around with another little like layer of plates and tiles the whole way around to cover up those gaps. So once I put tiles in, you won't even be able to see any of the gaps. I don't know if that really made sense, but makes sense to me. But obviously I will also finish all these tiles around here. I just ran out, but got more coming in the mail. And so this was a little bit weak, but what I've done is I've put the gunship on there and I've actually connected it at the back and also connected it to this part, which is much stronger. So now this barely has any flex on it and it's very strong. And I think the gunship looks awesome there. Gonna have some shock troopers coming out the side of that. I think it's gonna look amazing. But that's the first thing I did. Next, just a little small thing is I put this balustrade in here. Still have to do this one, but that's not that important. I then started working on these arches. So I just went until I ran out of bricks. So as you can see, I didn't really get too much done, but these arches are going to be this tall. And I've started building some of this. These are going to go about there. So I know it's a bit hard to explain, but it's going to look amazing once it's done. And I want to show you guys this view from here. Oh, that pick-a-brick cup's in the way, I'll move that. But imagine once those arches are done and you can just see through the gap and you'll be able to see that gunship. I think it's going to look awesome and I can't wait to do that. But I've just made 4 Bricklink orders. They cost about $800, but 2 of them are express shipping and should come tomorrow. So I should have all the tiles tomorrow and I'll do this all tomorrow. And then another one coming from Europe has 4,000 1x4 tan bricks. So that one will probably take a bit longer, but I hope that I get those pieces in for this update to continue work on these arches. If not, then that will just be in the next video, but I'll get into a time lapse of tiling off this whole area now. So I got the entire balcony all tiled off here. Now, as you can see, like I was sort of trying to talk about before, I've tiled the whole way to this balcony wall, but there's still little gaps here. So what I'm going to do to cover them up is put this long thing like that, sort of, and that will hopefully cover up all the gaps. Now, I saw one of you guys comment asking how I built a curved wall like this. Pretty much once you stack 1x2 bricks or plates, anything 1x2, if you do a long line of them, then they become very bendy and you can do a curved wall. So I'm just going to attach this, and then I'll show you guys how much better it looks covering up all these little gaps that I couldn't tile. Alright, so I've put the gunship back on, and I've also put this curved wall that I was talking about, and as you can see, it has covered up most of those gaps. There's still some tiny gaps like there and there, but pretty much all of the gaps are mostly covered up now, and it looks much better. Like, how cool does that look? But anyway, now I just want to finish tiling off these black areas, as well as I can also put tiles around the rest of these balcony like barriers now as well. So I'll get that done, and I think it's going to look pretty cool. So I got as much of the tiling done as I can, but I realized that I have made a mistake. These tiles and these tiles are not in line with each other. They're one stud off, but I think that it's still going to look alright. You're not really going to notice it because I've put the joint in the middle of the pillars, so you're not really going to be looking in there too much. But I need to order some 1x2 tiles now because I've run out of light bluish grey ones, just to fill in these strips of black. But once I get them in, then all the tiling is complete, and then I can, once I get more bricks in, I can complete these pillars. But I think what I want to do now is redo this room. So I've done a little like Jedi training room here, but I think it will look way cooler if I do a medical sort of room. I've ordered some of these trans blue cylinder pieces for Bacta tanks, so I'm going to try to maybe put some Bacta tanks in here and make it look more medical, and I think it will look much better. So I'll have a go at that now. Okay, so I decided that I wasn't actually going to do it in this room, and I've done it in this room instead. So I've just started off with 2 little Bacta tanks here. Not too much I've done yet, but I'm thinking of adding some control panels or something, maybe some tubes in the roof, but I think that's looking pretty cool for now. And on this side, I just want to add some beds and maybe another like control station or something, and I'll put in a medical droid as well in this room. But I think that looks pretty cool what I've done so far. Now, this room is very plain, so I do want to change it up, put something in there. I'm just not too sure yet, but I'm not going to work on this anymore in this episode. That will be in the future. But I did also just tile off these missing areas that I was showing you guys before. But I think I'll just give you an overview now. But that will be it for this week. But make sure that you subscribe to see the next episode, because in the next episode I will be completing these massive like pillars and archways here. So it's going to look sick as once that's all done. Like, I can sort of just picture what it's going to look like, and I can't wait. And I can't wait for you guys to see what it's going to look like either. And I should also get some more little stuff like this done next week. But anyway, I'm very happy with how this balcony has turned out, and I hope that you guys like it as well. But I just wanted to ask you something. I got a comment from one of you guys saying that I should make a Patreon because he would be happy to donate towards this MOC and stuff. And obviously making MOCs is very expensive. So if you guys think that me making a Patreon is a good idea, let me know, and might end up doing it for future MOCs and also to help contribute to this MOC as well. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.